Not to say that I haven't had problems. Those of you have seen me, if you've seen my videos at the airport, I have many people emailing me saying, Peggy, what should I do? I want to fly. And my answer is drive. Okay. Unless you want to wear a mask, don't get on a plane. Unless you want to get on a no-fly list, because I have heard from people that wore masks, that concealed their identity. And for some reason, the militant flight attendants didn't like the way the mask was on their face. And so they put them on a no-fly list, right? Because we're no longer living in a free country. I actually don't know how else to answer those questions. So I normally say drive. I say delay your flight. I say have the other person come fly to see you, or you could charter a private jet, or try to do a charter, or something else. Now, the fact of the matter is, lawfully, you have your civil rights are protected. You have the right to get on that flight without concealing your identity, without coming onto the flight with a sinister, menacing, intimidating, threatening appearance, which is what you have when you conceal your identity. That's why we don't walk around concealing our identities and veiling our faces. If that was a good way to conduct society, we would have done it for a long time, because death and disease has always been around. And as I've said many times, I don't care if masks worked. I don't even care. I don't care. I don't care about any of that. I don't care if vaccines work or not. I don't care if masks work or not. I don't care if the testing works or not. I don't care. What I care about are my rights. And I have something, and you have something called inalienable rights. Sometimes that is spelled as unalienable rights, or UN or IN, inalienable rights. If you look up that definition, it means nothing. No disease, no emergency, no governor, no store manager, no sheriff, no court, nothing, no one may impede or trample upon those inalienable rights, among which is your right to life. All right. Now, I want to stay alive, so I want to keep breathing. And I have the right to breathe. And I don't need any court to rule that I don't have to wear a mask. I don't even care. I don't care. And you should not care either. I don't want to hear about the science. Please do not email me any more links or evidence about masks. Do they work? I don't care if they work. And you don't need to care if they work. Even if there was a magic mask that I could put on and live to be 120 without so much as a cough, a sneeze, or sniffle, I don't have to wear it unless it's my right, unless it's my choice, because that is my right. No one has any authority over my body. No one except me. No one has any authority over your body except you. That is your personal property. I'm not giving up any DNA through a swab, because that DNA is my property. And if I do, they should be paying me for my property. I don't pay them to take my property. All right. So I'm not interested in whether masks work. I don't care if they make people break out. I rarely, maybe once or twice that I can recall in all of my over 150 videos and then some on all different platforms, I can count on a few fingers the times that I've actually spoken about the science, because I don't care. They're going to manipulate that. They're going to do the same and manipulate it for the vaccines and the testing, and none of that matters. You and you alone have authority over your body. No one can take your temperature without your consent. No one can give you any medical intervention without your consent. A mask is defined as a medical device by the FDA. No store manager can prescribe you to wear a medical device unless that's a medical doctor, a licensed doctor. Further, even if the doctor prescribes it, you don't have to follow that prescription. You cannot do it. And you can say, I don't want to do it. There is no lawful authority, nor will there ever be any lawful authority for any governor, any legislative body for that matter, because they are going to try to make these laws now. They are going to try to put in a code of law. And guess what? You don't have to comply, because they are not lawful at all whatsoever. Nothing supersedes your God-given rights. The Constitution was written to create a form of government to protect our God-given rights. And interestingly, that Constitution, the first branch of government that it defines and describes, is not the president. It's the legislative body. It's the Senate and the Assembly and the Congress, because those are the bodies that make the law. Now, listen, I'm going to wrap up here.